The tragic incident involving a 15-year-old boy who killed his parents in Canada has garnered widespread attention due to its shocking nature. While the full details of the case may vary depending on the specific incident, I can provide a general script based on such a tragedy. Here's an outline for a YouTube video discussing the topic in detail, aiming to inform and engage viewers. The tragic story of a 15-year-old boy in Canada. Calm, serious tone. On a quiet evening in Canada, a shocking and heartbreaking event unfolded, one that left a community in disbelief. A 15-year-old boy murdered his own parents, and the reasons behind this tragic act are both unsettling and deeply complex. In today's video, we will dive deep into this chilling case, examining what led to such an unimaginable event and the broader implications it has on families, mental health, and our society as a whole. The incident. In early 2023, in a quiet suburban neighborhood in Canada, a 15-year-old boy called the police, claiming he had just killed his parents. Officers arrived at the scene and found the lifeless bodies of both his mother and father in their home. The teenager was quickly taken into custody, and the community was left in shock. A once peaceful family was now the center of a devastating crime. The investigation. Authorities launched an immediate investigation. As the details started to unfold, it became clear that the boy had been struggling with personal issues, although much of the information surrounding his motive remains private due to his age and ongoing legal proceedings. Early reports suggested signs of severe mental health struggles, which may have played a role in the tragedy. Possible reasons behind the crime. Why did a 15-year-old commit such a heinous act? The answer is multifaceted. While we may never know the exact reasons, there are several factors that can contribute to such a tragedy. Mental health issues. Adolescence is a challenging time for many, and mental health disorders like depression, anxiety, and anger management issues can manifest in different ways. Reports suggest that the boy had been facing mental health challenges, possibly undiagnosed or untreated, which may have contributed to his violent actions. Family dynamics. In some cases, dysfunctional family environments, unresolved conflicts, or severe stress within the home can lead to violent outcomes. It's important to note that family struggles are not always visible from the outside, and in this case, authorities have hinted that family issues may have played a role. Bullying or social pressure. For some teenagers, social pressure, whether from peers or online, can feel overwhelming. Bullying or intense academic expectations can be contributing factors to mental breakdowns or violent behavior, though this has not been confirmed in this specific case. Access to weapons. Another contributing factor often discussed in such incidents is the access to weapons. In this case, it's not yet clear how the boy came into possession of the weapon used, but access to firearms, even in the home, has been linked to a higher risk of violent incidents. The impact of such a tragedy is far-reaching. Not only did this event devastate the immediate family, but it also affected the larger community. Neighbors, classmates, and even the police officers involved in the case have all been impacted by the traumatic event. As the boy faces legal consequences, the Canadian justice system will need to carefully consider his age, mental health, and the circumstances surrounding the crime. In Canada, the legal system offers youth protection, but with crimes of such severity, the consequences can be life-changing for everyone involved. Broader discussion on mental health and prevention. This case highlights a critical issue: mental health in teenagers. While it is impossible to predict such extreme actions, we can work toward preventing future tragedies. Early intervention, mental health support, and open communication within families can make all the difference. The loss of life in any situation is tragic, but when it's a young person involved, it leaves us asking more questions than answers. While we may never fully understand what happened, we must ensure that we are providing the right support for our youth, encouraging open conversations about mental health, and working toward a safer, more understanding society. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing for more content like this. Stay informed and take care of yourself and those around you. Sure, Let's continue building on this script, focusing on deeper exploration of the potential psychological factors, family dynamics, and societal responses that may help prevent such tragedies. When examining the psychological aspects of such a devastating event, we must consider the mental state of the young boy involved. Adolescence is already a time of emotional turmoil, with rapid changes in hormones, identity, and social pressures. For some teenagers, these challenges can become overwhelming, especially when compounded by undiagnosed mental health issues. Expert voiceover, mental health professional. Teenagers who display signs of depression, anxiety, or aggression might internalize their struggles. Without proper intervention or a support system, these emotions can manifest in extreme ways. It's important to address mental health early, especially in teenagers who may feel isolated or misunderstood. In this particular case, sources suggest that the teenager may have exhibited signs of anger and distress in the months leading up to the tragedy. While we may never know exactly what was going on inside his mind, it's possible that he was struggling with unresolved issues, including depression or anger management problems. Family dynamics often play a pivotal role in shaping a teenager's behavior and emotional well-being. According to experts, a lack of communication, emotional neglect, or ongoing family stress can be contributing factors to violent behavior. Unfortunately, in this case, it's unclear what the relationship between the boy and his parents was like. While some reports suggest a relatively typical family life, it's important to remember that challenges within families aren't always visible. Struggles with discipline, disagreements, or even financial strain can create an atmosphere of tension that affects everyone in the household. Expert voiceover, family therapist. Sometimes a teenager might feel unheard or alienated within their own family, leading to frustration that can escalate into anger or even violence. Family therapy can be an important tool in resolving these issues, and parents should look out for signs that their child might need extra support. In today's digital age, teenagers are more connected than ever, but with this connectivity comes a new set of challenges. Social media can amplify feelings of loneliness, isolation, and even anger. Many teens face online bullying, unrealistic expectations, or the pressure to fit in, which can affect their mental state and behavior. While there is no direct evidence that social media played a role in this specific case, it's important to acknowledge that peer pressure and online interactions can have a profound impact on young people. Research shows that social media can contribute to higher rates of anxiety, depression, and sometimes aggressive behavior. Expert voiceover, psychologist. We often underestimate the impact of cyberbullying or negative social interactions online. These issues can be just as serious as in-person bullying, and for some teenagers, they might feel like they have no escape. It's essential to foster open conversations with young people about their online experiences and to teach healthy coping mechanisms. As the investigation continues, the question of justice remains. For a teenager involved in such a serious crime, the legal system faces a delicate challenge, balancing accountability with understanding the complexities of adolescence. In Canada, the Youth Criminal Justice Act provides guidelines for dealing with young offenders, focusing on rehabilitation rather than solely on punishment. However, in cases involving severe violence, the system must decide how to treat individuals who have committed crimes that, while committed by a minor, can have lasting consequences on society. Expert voiceover, criminal lawyer. The goal of the legal system when it comes to youth is rehabilitation, not just punishment. That being said, cases involving severe violence, such as murder, require careful consideration of the offender's mental health, upbringing, and personal history. The challenge is ensuring that the teenager gets the help they need while also recognizing the gravity of their actions. This tragedy serves as a stark reminder of the importance of early intervention, communication, and support. Mental health, particularly among adolescents, is something we cannot afford to overlook. By addressing mental health issues early on, providing young people with resources for coping with stress, and ensuring open family communication, we can prevent future tragedies like this one. We must also recognize the need for better mental health resources in schools, communities, and even online spaces. Creating safe spaces for young people to talk about their feelings, struggles, and fears can go a long way in helping them feel supported. As a society, we need to advocate for better mental health services, particularly for teenagers who are often reluctant to seek help. Parents, teachers, and peers should remain vigilant in watching for signs of distress. If someone is struggling, they must know that it's okay to ask for help. Whether it's through therapy, support groups, or just having an open conversation, we can make a difference in the lives of those who may be silently suffering. Preventing,